Bro, who doesn't love those cheddar biscuits from Red Lobsters? Let's just be real for a second. Who doesn't like that? I think everyone probably that has tasted it, right, has felt the buttery gloriousness of these absolute delicious biscuits, right? The endless shrimp, the overpriced snow crab, right, etc. Right? You get what I'm saying here, right? The Waltz shrimp, guys, come on, Red Lobster's amazing. But I think the overall downfall of Red Lobsters kind of was when they sold themselves. And what I mean by that is to Golden Gate, right, a private equity firm that purchased them for about $2.1 billion. Then later on, keep this in mind here. Fiduciary responsibility basically dictates that the only thing that matters is profit. So they didn't care about the company, to be honest. They just wanted to make money off of it. So what they did a couple of years later, 2 years later, was sold it to another company in Thailand, like not all of it, like a minority share of the entirety of Red Lobster. And by doing this, again, showing that they only really care about the fiduciary responsibility, which I understand. Right? Then, a couple of years later, they then sold all of the land underneath Red Lobsters that they once owned for $1.6 billion, basically recouping every single bit of the money they've made. So now everything that they make going forward is basically just profit, while still being able to lease the land from the company that purchased it, right? So now they're renting things out. Every single thing that has been set in place for Red Lobster after it was purchased in 2014 was set up for failure. If this company, this private equity firm, did not own it, guess where they would be still? Everywhere. All right? And that's just not what I think the reality of the whole situation is, guys. Think about all the people that are now out of a job because of this private equity firm that is exclusively profit driven. A lot of people have lost their livelihoods due to this complete farce of a business deal, guys. Right? But acquisitions, right? But all right, let's go and check it out. Name of the video is Red Lobsters. It's closing more than 100 locations. Let's jump into it, guys. Let's see where this takes us.
All right, this is news a lot of people did not like hearing today. The popular restaurant chain Red Lobster is in the red and could soon file for bankruptcy protection.
Today, the Florida-based company shuttered dozens of its locations, including here in San Diego. CBS 8's Richard Allen is here with more on what led up to these financial troubles and what the future holds for the casual dining pioneer. Richard.
Well, that's right, guys. Now, the Red Lobster in Mira Mesa was one of up to 120 locations that closed throughout the nation today, with a restaurant supply liquidator planning to auction off their kitchen equipment. While there are still a couple other Red Lobsters here in San Diego County that are still open, what their future holds is uncertain.
And guys, that's the issue. Understand, the company purchased them, milked as much money as they possibly could out of it. And what I mean by that is, again, they recouped the $2.1 billion they put into it. And then as soon as they did that, and just a little bit above it, they let the company fail. Guys, right? Absolutely. They specifically did it. So the fact that they're now looking for some type of bankruptcy protection, they shouldn't get that, bro. You understand? Like, what exactly are you going bankrupt from? The leasing of the land that you once before owned? Like, bro, you did everything in your power possible to destroy your company. You get no protections.
This is the whole plan. This is the day.
It's like they did it all on purpose. They knew that this was going to happen, so they were like, you know what? And then, after we destroy the company, we'll file bankruptcy.
And then go
Disappointment for Kat Gurney and Jaden Douglas, finding out that the Red Lobster in Mira Mesa closed with no warning.
I just wanted shrimp.
I go for the biscuits personally.
This sudden shutdown here in Mira Mesa is one of dozens of abrupt closures nationwide today, an unwelcome surprise to loyal customers.
Yeah, I assume they were doing pretty well because there's always advertisements. They still do advertising. So if they have money for commercials, I'd assume they have enough to keep their company open.
And while the company
call those tax write-offs.
is still open, Red Lobster is considering filing for bankruptcy protection, as first reported by Bloomberg. One of the company's recent financial missteps, its all-you-can-eat endless shrimp promotion rolled out last summer that contributed to $20 million in losses for the fiscal year.
Way too many people participated at way too low of a price. And so the gross profit on that menu item was way too low, and it caused Red Lobster to miss their earnings.
San Diego-based restaurant analyst John Gordon says that Red Lobster's financial struggle started years earlier, though. When it changed hands in 2015, its real estate was also sold, meaning that Red Lobster had to start paying rent for its locations.
This was such a stupid business model. Who allowed this?
That keep rising.
Who allowed
so
that?
So that put a cost pressure onto Red Lobster.
Right.
In 2020, a company
they sold it for fast money
called Thai Union assumed Red Lobster's majority ownership.
And
they took majority?
They just didn't know what they were doing. Okay.
No.
It's also faced the same challenges as many casual dining restaurants, especially since the pandemic. Red Lobster in particular has attracted a somewhat older customer base.
The issue with an aging customer base is that
money.
They go out to eat less often, and they tend to be driven by coupons and special deals.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, even if Red Lobster does end up filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, they would still be able to stay open, although it appears it could be with fewer locations to choose from.
So, Richard, is Red Lobster now looking for a new owner?
Yeah, the people that bought it, Thai Union, they said they're selling it, basically. They want out, they're divesting. But, I mean, who's going to get it? Who knows? It could end up being a fire sale. If there's some investor out there who wants to buy a popular restaurant chain for cheap, this might be their opportunity.
I know Anna has a lot to say.
Oh, yeah, you're passionate about this.
Yes, we can still get the cheese biscuits, though, right?
The Cheddar Bay biscuits?
Yes.
Yeah, well, you can buy the mix in the store, but I don't think it's the same.
Okay,
it's
but
not.
At least you can still get your hands on it.
Okay. All right. They're not talking about nothing. Okay, so here's the thing. I did not know that the Thai Union Group basically took over majority stake of Red Lobster, and if they did that in 2020, they don't really know our country. All right, just keep that in mind here. The last time I checked, 2016. Golden Gate sold minority share to the Thai Union Group. But if they took it over in 2020, then they're the ones who sold the land. And again, this is a company from Thailand, guys. They don't know our base like that, guys. Their headquarters are in Thailand. And I'm not even sure Red Lobster exists in Thailand. I'm going to go ahead and guess it probably doesn't based off the price point. Right? So, yeah, they ruined the company. They sure did. They sure did. And they're going to be the reason why you have no more Cheddar Bay biscuits. Okay. That's it. That's the reality of things. But all right, listen, guys, let me know in the comments. This is in fact happening in Biden's economy, but this really has nothing to do, I don't think, with that specifically. It really just has to do with, a foreign national company buying something that they really did not fully understand, guys. But either way, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.